Psychology says people who dislike crowded places are often misunderstood. They are labeled antisocial. They are told they are shy. They are told they simply need to get used to being around people. But for many individuals, the discomfort of crowded environments has nothing to do with fear. It feels more like exhaustion. Your mind begins to feel overloaded. Your body becomes restless. Your only thought becomes simple and urgent. I need to leave this place right now. If you feel this way in crowded environments, you have probably heard the same advice repeatedly. People tell you that you should expose yourself to crowds more often. They say you will eventually get used to it. But psychology and neuroscience suggest that the experience may not be about anxiety at all. For many people, the explanation lies in the way their brain processes sensory information. It is not a personality flaw, it is a neurological difference. And today, we are breaking down the real psychology behind why crowds can feel overwhelming for certain minds. If you enjoy psychology explained in a practical and honest way, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you do not miss the next breakdown. Let us begin with the first reason crowds drain you so quickly. It is a neurological phenomenon known as sensory gating. The average brain acts like a filter. Its job is to block out irrelevant stimuli. When a typical person walks into a crowded room, their brain automatically reduces background noise. They stop noticing distant conversations. They ignore flickering lights. They barely register the movement of strangers passing by. This filtering system allows the brain to conserve energy. But some individuals have weaker sensory gating mechanisms. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as low latent inhibition. When you enter a crowded environment, your brain lets far more information pass through the filter. You hear multiple conversations simultaneously. You notice subtle body movements in every direction. You detect sounds and smells that others barely register. Your brain is processing enormous amounts of sensory data, while others process only the most relevant signals. Your nervous system absorbs nearly everything. This difference in processing load creates exhaustion. Your brain is essentially operating with far more open channels of information. Imagine a computer running dozens of programs at the same time. Eventually, the system slows down. The same principle applies to sensory overload in crowded environments. The fatigue you feel is not weakness. It is the result of heightened awareness. But sensory overload is only part of the experience. There is another biological factor that explains the discomfort you feel when people stand too close to you. This factor involves your brain's perception of personal space. Psychologists call this the parapersonal space system. This system creates an invisible safety boundary around your body. For most individuals, that boundary extends roughly an arm's length outward. Within that zone, the brain monitors potential threats closely. However, research suggests that individuals with heightened emotional sensitivity or empathy often have a larger personal space boundary. Their nervous system reacts more strongly when strangers enter that zone. When someone steps too close in a crowded space, your brain may interpret it as a physical intrusion. Your amygdala activates the fight or flight response. Your heart rate increases. Your muscles tense. You feel an immediate urge to move away. This reaction is not dramatic behavior. It is your body's protective system responding to perceived intrusion. Your nervous system is simply calibrated to protect personal autonomy more aggressively. Crowds make it impossible to maintain that boundary. And when the boundary collapses repeatedly, the nervous system becomes overwhelmed. But there is still another psychological layer involved. This final layer explains why you sometimes leave crowded places feeling emotionally drained, even when nothing dramatic happened. The explanation involves emotional contagion. Humans constantly transmit emotional signals to one another. In a crowd, those signals multiply dramatically: stress, excitement, frustration, impatience. Every emotional state within the crowd becomes part of the environment. For individuals with highly responsive mirror neurons, these emotional signals are absorbed unconsciously. Mirror neurons allow you to simulate the emotional states of others. They help humans understand one another's feelings. But when hundreds of emotional signals appear at once, the nervous system struggles to filter them. You are not just observing the emotional atmosphere of the crowd, you are processing it internally. You may leave feeling drained without knowing why. You may feel tension or heaviness that does not belong to you. That feeling comes from carrying emotional signals that originated in the environment around you. Highly empathic individuals often experience this phenomenon more strongly than others. Their nervous system mirrors emotional states automatically. In a quiet environment, this ability strengthens connection. In a crowded environment, it becomes overwhelming. You are not avoiding crowds because you dislike people. You are responding to the sheer volume of sensory and emotional data surrounding you. Your nervous system is simply operating at a higher level of awareness. That awareness comes with both advantages and trade-offs. You may notice subtle details others miss. You may detect emotional shifts before anyone speaks. You may sense tension or authenticity instantly. These abilities are forms of heightened perception, but the price of that perception is increased mental workload. Your brain processes more information in the same environment than most people do. This is why quiet environments often feel restorative to you. Silence reduces sensory input. Open space restores your personal boundary. Emotional noise disappears. Your nervous system finally has the opportunity to reset. Instead of forcing yourself to tolerate environments that overwhelm you, psychology suggests something different. Respect your bandwidth. Every nervous system has limits. Understanding those limits is not weakness. It is self-awareness. In ancient environments, individuals who noticed subtle changes in their surroundings served an important role. They detected danger before others recognized it. They observed patterns others overlooked. They acted as the watchful members of the group. Their heightened awareness protected the community. Your mind may function in a similar way. You see more. You process more. You absorb more. And because of that, crowded environments require more energy for you than they do for others. That does not mean you are antisocial. It means your nervous system operates differently. So the next time you feel the urge to leave a crowded room early, do not apologize for it. Your brain has simply processed enough information for one day. If this breakdown resonated with you, subscribe for more psychology that helps explain how different minds experience the world. Comment below if crowded environments drain you or if you thrive in them. And watch the next video to learn how to recharge your mental energy after social overstimulation.